At Statesville, Adrienne wishes somebody would come to her rescue when she sees Marlena nearby. She rushes her and hugs her. Hattie yelps and backs off. Bonnie thinks that bitch Hattie Adams took over her life too. Hattie says she's that bitch. Bonnie questions why she's in prison. Hattie reads her Screen Idols magazine and shares the truth. She was impersonating Dr. Marlena Evans. Adrienne's pissed that she partnered with Bonnie and demands answers as to why she did this to her. Hattie blames Angelica. Bonnie freaks out and learns and was after Justin. Until she dropped dead. Hattie bitches about all the promises Angelica made and says she would have thrown them under a bus anyway. Adrienne shocked that Ange promised Hattie would have a second chance with Roman Brady. Adrienne finds it implausible. She wasn't even with Justin. Hattie explains and then says Bonnie wants Victor's money. Adrienne cries to God, then demands Hattie help her get out of prison. At the Kiriakis mansion, Sheila catches Bonnie eavesdropping on Brady and Victor from the foyer. Bonnie shares what she has on Victor and isn't sure how to fit it into her plans. Sheila snips that she'd better work fast. Inside the parlor, Brady tells Victor that Sonny needs to deal with his personal issues. Victor comments that Brady does too considering Nicole never came home last night and Chloe showed up at midnight with Holly. Brady makes light of it but Victor calls it fishy. Brady asks why Vic's so hard on her. Vic quips, "I know her." Brady insists she's committed to their family though he assumes Victor thinks she spent the night with Eric. Brady denies that she'd ever betray him. Once Victor's gone, Brady has a drink. Bonnie catches him and confronts him. He claims that he was taking it to the kitchen since the maid didn't. Adrienne agrees to talk to Sheila. They discuss Will possibly being alive and Adrienne says as far as she knows, he's still dead. She says she's off to call Sonny. She goes and Brady calls Brandon to ask if Nicole has left yet. Brady learns Nicole was never there. He disconnects. At the pub, Marlena upsets Roman by telling him Kate has a meeting with Clyde to get information on his allegation that Will is alive. Marlena asks about his feelings for his ex but Roman calls Kate unavailable, then walks off. Kate meets with Clyde in some office. He's excited to see her and hopes this is a conjugal visit. Kate huffs. She tells him Ben escaped Bayview. Clyde startled. Kate divulges what happened during the wedding Ben crashed. Kate shows Clyde the photo of him visiting Bayview, which they think happened while he was working with Orpheus. Kate says that's when he told Ben Will Horton is alive. She asks what Clyde told his son. Clyde asks for a deal. Kate doesn't think that'll fly. She plays on his past feelings for her but it does the opposite. "You're a bitch on wheels," he says. Clyde says he told his son what he needed to hear. Kate asks why he didn't tell him all of Ben's victims were alive. She cries and tells Clyde that Lucas is drinking again and blames her. She can't bear to watch him suffer and hates that she can't be the mother he needed. She can't change the past but will do all she can to make up for it. She reminds Clyde of his past abuse. He looks away. Kate knows his regrets. Clyde finally admits it's the God's honest truth that Will is alive. He heard this from an inmate. Eric and Nicole wake up in his bed at the farmhouse and kiss. Nicole appears worried. They discuss what happens next, snuggle and kiss. Nicole plans on being honest with Brady. She doesn't want to hurt him and calls living in Salem isn't an option. She wants to move into his farmhouse. He doesn't see her as a country girl. "But you love it and I love you." They have sex. After, Brady calls. Nick says she's about to leave for home. Brady plays dumb and questions what Brandon's emergency was. Nick says she's sorry and she'll be home soon. She disconnects and Brady tosses the room, while Nicole calls herself a terrible person. Back at the pub, Roman returns to Marlena's table, antsy because Kate hasn't returned. Why did she go see Clyde? Marlena tells him about Lucas drinking. Roman's sad to hear that. Kate appears. She fills them in. When they ask who the inmate was, Kate reveals, It's someone we all know. Adrian finds Victor eating breakfast at Mandalay and joins him, though he prefers she wouldn't. "I know what you did last summer," she states.